do.
Cheeto, man, it feels like it's been a long time coming, right, to get to this main event spot, and you're here, right? So, what's the feeling like for you at this moment?
It feels great. Feels like a dream come true. So I don't mind the long run. I don't mind the hard road. At the end of the day, it's who make it. At the end of the day, so for me, it's just step by step and go hard, put in some good performances, and just as simple as just fuck shit up.
I know what main eventing isn't your ultimate goal; a championship is. But do you kind of sit back and enjoy it a little bit, soak it in, like what you've accomplished, where you've gotten to at this point, or can you not allow yourself to have that mindset?
I just like all the experience I got from all this time. I got a lot of tough opponents in front of me. I got former champions in front of me, so I feel like all that being around and fighting at the top consistently will just make me a better fighter and make me more dangerous for the future fight. So I feel I'm on a great moment. I'm in a good mental space. Physically, I don't think I can be more ready, or I could train harder than I already did. So I feel great, and Saturday will come, and I'm gonna kick Rob's ass.
The last two performances especially were incredible, right? I mean, you've had some great ones along the way, but the last two, I think people really stood up and took notice. What do you attest that to? I mean, is that just the culmination of the journey that you've gotten to, like finally all coming together?
I really think losing to Aldo the way I lose, like, you know, I'm the person that I will never say, "Oh, he hold me down." Like that's not a such thing. Like I'm like, I was the one that was supposed to escape and kick his ass, but I don't believe on get ups. I don't believe the referee should standing up. If you're fighting somebody that is boring or want to hold you down, fuck it. That's the way. Winning is way better than fucking losing. So good for them. So I think losing like that, it's almost like kills me in the inside because I know how close I was to finish him. I know how tired he was, and I just it's all on me. I unfocus. I will never blame a coach or a person. It's all my fault. So I think that loss just make me angry. I was not happy with myself, and there's only one thing you can do, and it's get better, learn from it, suck it up, and go on. And that's why I fought the way I fought the last two fights, and that coming this Saturday, I'm gonna fight just as hard and just as smart because I just don't want to lose like that. If somebody's a better man, if somebody just got better fighting than I do, fuck it. I know for a matter of fact I will never give up. I know I'm not gonna not try, but just losing like that, I hate it, and that's one guy I would like to kick his ass in the future. So first things first, he got rolled from in front of me. I'm gonna go through him, and I will see what's next.
What do you think about Rob as an opponent? Obviously, everybody kind of praises his boxing skills that he has. I mean, what do you think of him?
He's a good fighter. I think he's a great athlete. I think he got experience, and I think his advantage really is he's just big for the division. He cuts a lot of weight. I think he comes in strong, but I don't care how much you cut off a weight. Eventually that will catch up to you, and you can last fight high rounds with anybody if you cut that much of a weight. So I know it's gonna be a tough fight. I know it's gonna be a hard fight, and sounds weird, but I normally always expect the worst. I never walk to that cage thinking like, oh, it's gonna be a walk in the park. That's best scenario. But I'm always walk to that cage just thinking, thinking like bad things can happen to me. That's why I remain sharp the whole time. But he's a good athlete. But I just feel I'm a better fighter, and I feel like I just wanted more.
Does 5 rounds change anything for you in terms of how you approach your pace or anything like that?
I just have 10 more minutes to work, so I'm happy to have that in the back pocket. I know like, if things are not going too well, I got 10 more minutes to try. I always say it, if you are alive, you have a chance to do anything in life. If I have time in that fucking clock, I can kick your ass at any moment. So I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna get that win.
I love it, man. You're already at the top of the division, but you win here. You're among those very very elite names at the very top, right? Do you see a clear path to the top? Like, is there? I know what my next fight should be, and this should be this. What's the path for you?
I believe A great win on Saturday night will put me on title contention, and depending how the cards are played on the top, it's either I can go straight for the belt or I have another fight. But a win this Saturday put me right there.
I agree. Last thing for me, I guess, knowing that, I guess, what's the goal? I mean, is it just, hey, get a win and you stay up at the top of the division? Or do you like, I got to go out there, I got to finish this guy, I got to get a Sports Center highlight or whatever, I got to get people talking about me?
Oh, I'm always looking to hurt you. I'm always looking to finish you. So I know I have the tools for that. I have the endurance for that. So I'm just thinking on win, and if I can hurt you in that process, good for me.
Chito, what's happening? Jim Greasehaber, MMA Weekly. You've taken the long road here, man. This isn't something where you've been, in a title fight real early in your time with the UFC. So that journey, it has really been a journey for you. What's it like to be where you are now? You're in the top 10. You've fought and you've scrapped and you've earned every bit of it, fighting guys like Aldo and Frankie, and now with a chance to possibly look at the top 5.
It feels good. I feel like all the hard work is paying off. I think all the consistency, the never give up, bring me here. Everybody have a different path. Everybody have a different road. Some guys, have a quicker path. Some guys have a longer path. At the end of the day, is who made it. So life is a marathon. Life can be a sprint. Life is everything. At the same time. So at the end of the day, is who made it at the end, and that's what I'm focused about. It. That's what I want.
It doesn't matter when, right? It just matters that you do.
Exactly.
So when you think about it, and the way that as you get older, you get smarter, you kind of have that equation where the physical skills, the mental skills kind of meet, and you're in your peak. Would you say that's where you are right now?
Yeah, my coach always says that like some people their body don't catch up to their mind, and right now they're pretty connected. I feel I'm not even 30 years old, and I figured it out. And like I said again, I came from Ecuador. I didn't came from this big gym with big names. At the beginning, I was just trying to figure it out where to go and what to do, and it's not easy to do that inside the UFC. You gotta fight tough guys. You gotta fight guys that have like a real gym around there. At the beginning, I was just like, fuck, like I don't even know what I'm doing right now. So there's no regrets on that. There's no shame on that. I just find a way, and I feel I'm really good at that.
And your journey, can you just talk a little bit about your journey so far? You said you're still young. You have a lot to go. We know your goal is to be a champ, but that journey so far has taken you so many incredible places, and here you are. It's crazy when you think about it.
I've been around the world. I fought everywhere. I fought in Brazil. I fought in London. I fought in South America, and it's just good to be around. So you can learn things. You can get better from all those fights. And it took me 19 fights to be here, and I'm okay with that. I'm not in a need for a shortcut. I'm not looking for shortcuts anywhere. So it is what it is for me, and I'm happy to be here. I'm excited, and I cannot wait till Saturday night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
This being your first 5-round main event fight, have you had to make any changes to your camp in preparation for this?
We just add 2 rounds to the sparring sessions, and I when I have a regular 3 rounder, we bring in sparring partners and we go 3 rounds, and you either win the fight or you lose the fight. Um, I feel some people want to do like 10 rounds, but you're not fighting 10 rounds. You're fighting either 3 or 5. So this time we just add those extra 2 rounds, and there's some ways to get the sessions harder. You can have a fresh guy each round. We did all we can do to be prepared for this fight, but at the end of the day, keep the mind sharp, and the body is always on point because I don't get off the gym. So I remain consistently, and I feel really good for this fight. I feel good, and I feel that I'm in great spirits for Saturday night.
That's actually much the same you were saying last time. Last fight, afterwards, you came out saying, this fight camp, I just felt really good. The weight cut went well. I just felt well overall. So is this point you're at in your career where everything just seems to be firing on all cylinders?
Yeah, I think that's very accurate. I feel like my weight comes down pretty good. I feel my training camps are. I don't feel I do training camps anymore because I don't come to the gym when they call me for a fight. I'm on the gym the whole year, so I'm always adding tools. I'm always evolving. I'm always trying to figure it out how to get better. And I feel like I get to a point that I know how to fight. Now it's just make sure the mind is right. Make sure you can go through these moments and make sure you're ready to go.
And finally, for me, last fight, you also mentioned after MSG, you mentioned how much the crowd fired you up, and you said you're a more dangerous fighter in front of a crowd. Now that you're back here at the Apex, do you sort of feel maybe not disappointed, but maybe at a bit of a disadvantage than you would be as opposed to fighting in front of a crowd?
I just feel having a main event, it's enough motivation just to go in there and kick some ass. I say I like the crowd because some people either like not people because they get nervous with the crowd or they fight it out from the crowd. I can do both. I feel like if there's nobody here, it's more personal. It's more me and you. It's more like a fight on the park at 5 p.m. on Friday night, or you're in front of like 10,000 people screaming. So I don't mind either way. I feed from both. I feed from the silence and the one-on-one personal, and I also feed from the crowd. So I'm okay with that. Thank you.
Buenas tardes, Chito. Gracias por tomar tiempo aquí con nosotros. ¿Cómo estuvo la preparación para este campamento, para esta pelea? Y mencionaste que ya no tienes campamentos porque estás constantemente en el gimnasio.
Pues me siento muy bien, he entrenado muy fuerte para esta pelea, me he mantenido muy consistente como lo he venido diciendo y simplemente me siento bien conmigo mismo, me siento bien con mi preparación y el día sábado se verán todos esos frutos del trabajo.
De acuerdo. ¿Cómo se siente ser un peleador de Ecuador, que es el peleador de la pelea estelar? Este es tu evento con Rod.
Se siente bien porque sé de dónde vengo, sé cuánto me costó llegar a donde estoy y he estado en altos y bajos en mi vida y en mi carrera y pues se siente bien que finalmente estamos llegando a las cosas grandes de verdad.
Todavía te queda mucho en tu carrera, estás súper joven, pero ¿qué es más importante para tu legado? ¿El campeonato o poderle abrir las puertas a otros del parte del mundo del que vienes tú?
Pues obviamente el campeonato es lo más importante para mí, pero mi éxito le abre las puertas a muchos latinos y a otros ecuatorianos, así que eso viene en buena hora, pero al final del día el que sale a pelear, el que quiere ese cinturón soy yo y lo hago por mí, por mi familia, por hacer historia, pero es como que un arma de doble filo, ¿no? Me da la satisfacción de ser campeón algún día y al mismo tiempo pues se le hace camino a los que vienen de más abajo.
Claro que sí. ¿Y qué piensas de tu oponente? ¿Él viene un poquito más peligroso porque viene de su derrota o no importa el nombre, estás preparado de cualquier modo al 100?
Pues puede ser un arma, como lo dije, ¿no? Puede ser de dos lados, ¿no? Puede venir muy motivado, puede venir un poco desmotivado, eso no lo sé y al final del día no me importa, ¿no? Yo sé dónde estoy yo sé qué tan preparado estoy y es lo que realmente me tiene la mente y el corazón a fuego para salir con todo el día sábado.
De acuerdo. Y finalmente, ¿cómo se siente que este fin de semana tenemos el draft de fútbol americano? Stevenson y Oscar Valdés, el mexicano en el MGM, otro latino en la pelea estelar. ¿Te da más fuego? ¿Te prende? ¿Cómo se
Pues
siente?
es una semana grande para los deportes, ¿no? Y aquí en el Apex va a haber buenas peleas, hay buenas peleas de boxeo también en el MGM, así que es una buena semana para los latinos, ¿no?
Buena suerte y gracias.
Gracias.